What's up, YouTube? It's your boy LOL Ned back with another reaction video. Today we reacting to Blade versus Buffy. Marvel versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer Death Battle. Let's press play. Okay.
Blade versus Buffy.
The Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle!
They are known by many names. Revenant, Vortala, Nosferatu.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day. Blade.
And Blade.
Is that really his costume?
Hang on.
Now there's a man who doesn't file his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Even Blade's birth was hardcore. Just as the
100.
young Eric Brooks.
Let me see. Eric Brooks, age 100, height 6'2", 215. That's about a wide receiver right there. Species. Dep. Oh, did I say that? Professional jazz trumpster, like I Am Legend. Oh, yeah. Burrell and Boy Thing makes the new movie Marvel.
His mother was in labor. Her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
He drank her blood right before she gave birth.
This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire.
Okay.
A Dampier.
Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or sunlight.
Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal Afari, sharpening him into a blade that would rape the vampire plague for good.
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and
What?
shoot bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts.
Man, hell
His
nah.
Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding.
He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses.
Blood magic.
His fangs can drain his victims of magical energies.
After studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu.
While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered more. So for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By
Okay.
Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, kickboxing, Shotokan karate, and Hapkido.
Damn.
Blade's knack for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's...
Imagine being able to build an
Bruh,
axe
come on, man.
just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Look, base 44.
Batman.
Blade's training progressed smoothly until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there.
Forced to murk his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage his war alone.
Nursing a wound within him.
Ain't gonna lie, y'all see me bobbing my head, bro. He's like this beat. But they be having some fire beats. I can't even lie to you.
That would never heal. A hole that could never be filled.
Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the Book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole with every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so many, they're his apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his
Prosthetic gun
He
hand?
enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katanas.
Speaking of glorious Nippon steel, he's got a sword made out of adamantium.
Specifically, secondary adamantium, a variant of the metal that is mass-producible.
It may not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass, like a Hellfire shotgun that
Okay.
burns your soul, or hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kinda dumb to turn people into vampires, but
Ugh.
it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession, the breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out.
What?
They can
I need that.
Hell lords and even greater threats like the cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything he had and fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blade's even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know, vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness: a thirst for blood.
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will.
Alright, so I already know that he's a vampire, right? So if he got a daughter, does that mean she have him vampire too? Since he already, you know, partially vampire-ish? I don't know.
Enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
Drake apparently didn't hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of vampires.
Okay.
Vampire Nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style.
What is with you with the Ant-Man? Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself. However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric
I knew it.
Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, Marvel's vampires beware. For should they indulge their unnatural urges, they will be sure to meet their end at the tip of his blade.
Alright. So that was Blade. I watched a lot of Wesley Snipes' Blade movie. 10 out of 10, all three. You know, they were pretty good. You know, I ain't never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But I don't even know who Buffy is. I'm just gonna keep it a buck, which I'm gonna keep it a band, which I'm gonna keep it a stack. But I ain't never heard of Buffy, so let's go and see what Buffy's talking about.
Today's battle is sponsored by Price.
Your pick. Me up.
First $5 picks.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your next bill yet. So I found this one.
In every generation.
So let me tell y'all, if y'all like Prize Picks, you know, go ahead and gamble. I don't do gambling, because last time I did that, I lost some money. We're not going to talk about that, but I did lose some money. I'm not a good gambler, bro. Not a good gambler.
To be right.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy Ann Summers.
Not exactly
Okay.
the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity.
All right, let's see. Let's look at Buffy. Full name Buffy Ann Summers, 5'4". What her weight at? Occupation, waitress, counselor, law enforcement. Okay, Buffy making that money with the laws, with the government, and also waitress. Okay. Love interest, Pike, Angel, Riley, Spike, Setsu. You a hoe. Death count at least 2. founder and president of Third Magic Council. Likes Ice Capatis, James Spader, Christian Slater, and pineapple pizza. Yeah, you more definitely killing no vampires with that pineapple pizza. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Buffy's only goals in life were, in her own words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Like, total bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slang, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school. Whoops.
Forcing her and her mom to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell.
What is that?
Yeah, that sounds like the valley, alright. Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical
Wait. What did she just do? She just
Giles, Wallflower Willow,
Willow was just sucking Wang Wang. She was just sucking Wang Wang. That's what she did then. She just got done sucking Wang Wang. Where's she at? I need her in my life.
part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and Xander. Buffy and her Scooby gang will battle a never-ending series of monsters.
And we mean truly never-ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been
she got a
vampires
she got a
across
TV
video
show?
games, comics, and 128 novels. Tens of thousands of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
Yeah.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry.
Okay.
There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in Gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's kung fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses,
Okay.
her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to dodge close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Wow.
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air, and
Damn.
smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor, she can survive massive explosions, like the one that destroyed
Buffy got that good. Buffy got that good.
Cephalian's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's
Okay.
own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might
Yeah.
have no physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That must be one of those metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
Buffy
Man.
sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying
Wow.
a hero's death.
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy
She's 1981.
Poorly timed.
finally freed of her
Let's see, 1981 2001. That's about 20 years, I think. Let me see. 1981 minus 2001. She was 20. Wow. Beloved sister, devoted friend. She didn't, her mom, she had no mother. She was no beloved daughter or anything. Devoted sister, something. She just dead. I thought she would have been. Oh well, but she saved the world a lot. Keyword, a lot. Buffy is that girl.
Her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss.
Hey, Alicia Little here, and I'm excited to announce that the 3rd annual AI and Marketing Summit is here.
Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence. This absolutely crushed Buffy, and ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her crusade against all things Spirit Halloween.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even faced off against the first evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself.
Forced into battles against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed someone to even the odds. The Slayer safe.
It's actually a Bardiche.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and created to defeat ancient demons, the scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything.
Powers up.
Magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process.
Even Silas, the devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal. In effect, attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. The scythe, Buffy was finally whole. Being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Okay.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on, a sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. Hey, as you know, it's Skeletober.
Skeletober, I fuck with y'all death battle, but I want to see this fight.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a live action death battle!
Death battle! Alright, so I got... I don't know too much about Buffy. I know a lot about Blade. This is gonna be like how the last one we was watching the last death battle. I had picked shit. I forgot what it called. But yeah, I had picked the right one. So, I'm going with my nigga Blade. But I do like Buffy, but I don't know. But I'm going with my nigga Blade. Oh, that's Buffy. Okay, Buffy.
We were kings. Long before they had a name for kings. But now,
Oh, that looks so good, bro.
hunted. Forgotten. You have waited long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were. Tonight, we take back what was always ours. Tonight, we feast.
Daywalker.
Man, when the fuck Blade get dread or braids, bro? This ain't the Blade I know. The Blade I know had a little fade or whatever and a little line that go right here on the side. What kind of ratchet ass Craigslist ass Blade this is, man? Man, hell no. I want the real Blade.
Chief, that's just the start.
Ooh! Bow! My bad, gang. Ooh! Huh. Bow! Ooh! Bow! Ooh! Bow! Okay. Huh. Damn. Damn. 2 and 1. Hit him again. Hit him again. That can work too. Throw ass. Ugh. Damn.
As you can see, Timo is
Bro, why, bruh?
a very small, tiny little character, and in fighting games, that
Ah. That gun looks sick as fuck. He don't want to do it.
Wait!
Damn. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Dude's just a kid!
not anymore.
Put my shades on for these. Oh. Huh. Damn, okay. Ooh. Okay. Damn, okay. Man, threw the jacket off. Come on, Blade. I got money on you, Blade.
You out your damn mind?
Damn. Ooh, that was hard. feel like Buffy's gonna win, bro. Watch this. See? Damn. Damn, like it hurt.
Amateur hour.
There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Damn. You running? What you running for? Damn. No, that hurt. The fuck was that? Okay.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bro, that's hard right there, boy. That little, this right here, that right there, bro. That looks so good. Oh my god.
Bring it on.
What? Oh, okay. Huh. Come on. Okay. I don't know that hurt. That would hurt me too. She gonna chop his head off. Why did? Axe beat swords. Why did? He gonna die. Buffy won. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. Buffy finna win. Buffy finna win. I promise you. Just watch. She gonna hit off his head with their axe. I'm trying to tell you. Just watch. Just watch. I ain't even watched this before. Just watch. What the fuck I said? What the fuck did I say? Man, I done lost 500,000 man on Blade. Fuck you, Blade.
Like you got ahead of yourself.
Okay. Okay, Buffy.
Every day they look to you to get them to school, to practice, to every big and small.
KO! To be Blade-tenued no longer.
Ha.
Surprised, I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history,
Right.
he's at the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in.
Damn.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories.
Yeah, come on.
First up, stats. Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles, a city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Okay.
Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility.
Okay.
When it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded.
Both of them were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century, way longer than Buffy's even been alive.
While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone Age, at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill. Even then, they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul? Check.
Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Why he didn't do that?
Had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It could easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Don't believe us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think you could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy the final advantage.
Damn, he only won one.
Really thought Blade had a chance.
Right.
Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The
Sure
winner
did.
is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Next time on Death
Let's
Metal.
see. What the fuck is that? Dante?
Subscribe and join us.
Clive? Clive? Who's Clive? Dante versus Clive. I don't know who Clive is. But hey man, that was Buffy versus Blade. Both vampire slayers. One have, one's not. You know. But I thank you. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe to join the LOL gang. But man, I'm finna go and get up out of here. I just hit my mic. I gotta go and get up out of here so I can record the next video for y'all. So yeah, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, join the LOL gang, cause we will be posting every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And yeah, so I'll see y'all in the next video.